What is up, and I am Randy, and welcome to an updated Odd Eyes Pendulum deck profile, since we did get a new art of Odd Eyes and a couple new supports for Pendulum, so let's just get right into it. First off, of course, it is more of an Odd Eyes just deck. 3 Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. I mean, it's pretty much the bread and butter, and also the new art we got from Dual Power. I mean, it's not the best art we could have got for Odd Eyes, but you know, it's still new. It's something refreshing to see. I mean, it's new art. It's just cool to look at. So, of course, your standard 3 Odd Eyes Pendulum, and of course, to follow it up, you have to use your 3 Arc Pendulum. Now, this guy is just great. He just brings out all your other Odd Eyes if one of your other Odd Eyes gets destroyed and pops it by its own effects. He allows you to extend your play, and he's a great high scale. This is cool to go into. It's basically a must-off for any, like, almost pure Odd Eyes deck. For your, so 1 Odd Eyes Synchron and 1 Odd Eyes Dissolver. Synchron, obviously, because it's a Synchron, you're allowed to go in your Synchro plays, and Dissolver just pushes more for your Fusion plays. So, just one of these, and plus they're searchable often. Your Sky Iris and whatnot. And then, of course, to round out your Odd Eyes packages, we have 2 Phantom and then 2 Persona. Say Phantom's just amazing card overall. Persona is just great because it can shut down an extra deck monster's effect. So it's basically, say a negate on the board pretty much, because it can shut down, say, a crucial, card that your opponent needs. Of course, we're going to go into your, standard Pendulum stuff, 3 Chronograph. I don't use the Time Gazer for it because we never use its scaling effect. It's literally just there to turbo out into Electromite if need be. So it's also, a good level, because level 6, you can go into your level, rank 6 plays for your extra deck. So, 3 Chronograph. Then we have, of course, your Supreme King Dark Worm engine. Standard, and also your Gate. Gate's really good because it's a level 7, so you can go into your level 7 Exceed plays. So it's just another great engine for any Pendulum deck, really. 1 Abyss Actor Curtain Raiser. I mean, it's just a really good card to have to, put into a scale and special summon it, just to extend out into your Electromite. So only 1. I thought about just dropping it completely, but so far 1 is just alright. Then to round off, we have a small Magician package, 2 Oath Dragon and 1 Zangshi. Oath Dragon's just great to get those extra searches in for your Odd Eyes, and then Zangshi's just going for your Raging play, pretty much. So, and that will, and plus, level 6 and then level 7, so pretty much going to your rank level 7s or level 6 plays if they, if it comes to that. For your spells now, Duelist Alliance, this card really got more important because of the new spell card we got with Soul Pendulum, which is really good because this card can search out that card. So it's really cool now, and plus it can just search out any of your Odd Eyes cards, your Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum or your Odd Eyes Pendulum card. Just to get that scale that you need, that you're missing. Of course, 3 Spiral Flame Strike. Searcher, and it pops a card if you have an Odd Eyes in the board, so it's really good. I love it. Then, of course, your 3 Sky Iris and 1 Terraforming. We don't want 2 Terraforming because I've seen a lot of times that I would just draw too much search for your Sky Iris. So I just dropped the Terraforming down to 1 because I got tired of seeing it. Too much. So your Sky Iris stuff, so with the 1 Terraforming, of course your Dragon Shrines and your Foolish Burial for your Dark Worm to send off your Dark Worm to get that cool little special summon on board. So we have those packaged right there. Now, the new card, Soul Pendulum, I only rock 1 because it is searchable off in a Duelist Alliance, so you really don't need to rock more than 1, because if you rock more than 1, if you draw more than 1 copy, it's kind of a brick. But this card is really cool and really interesting, because you can target 2 cards in your Pendulum zones, which normally with this deck you normally will always have. And then change each target's Pendulum scale by 1. And it's the minimum 1, and then you can only use its effect once returned. Then each time you Pendulum, Pendulum monsters, Pendulum summons, this card gains a counter. So every time you Pendulum summon a Pendulum monster, it gains a counter. So then you can also remove 3 counters off in this card. Then you gain an additional Pendulum summon, during a main phase. So it basically grants you an additional Pendulum summon to extend farther into your plays. So let's say your board's not quite set up, or you can just extend more into it. This allows to make the board even better, which is really good. And it's just really good. When you can Pendulum summon twice on a turn, it really changes the, tide of the game, pretty much. So it's really cool, because I love the ability to Pendulum summon twice, because if your board's just not quite there, or you're just missing that 1 extra card, or that 1 extra piece, this card will allow you to extend into it. And because it has Pendulum in its name, it is searchable, which is really good. I mean, if you want to bump it up to 2 or even rock it at 3, go for it. But really at 1 is all really you need. Then, of course, for your draw power, 1 duality, 2 allures. Almost everything in this deck is dark, so Allure of Darkness, 1 desires pretty much, because you really don't want to banish too much combo pieces off with the desires, so rocking more than one's kind of for me. And then 2 Wavering Eyes for pretty much your search effects. Basically search out more of your Pendulum monsters in your main deck, because you're always going to have at least 2 scales, say, set at a time, so pretty much that's pretty much what it's for. Now for your extra deck, it's pretty much a standard extra deck, nothing too crazy about it, of course. Because we are doing a Pendulum deck, 1 Electromite at all times, because Electromite is just the best, like, extender ability for a Pendulum deck. I kind of wish this card would come back at maybe 2 or 3, but I can see why it's at 1, because it's not a once return. So, but hopefully it does come up to 2, so you can at least have 2 copies of it, because having it at 1 is kind of right now. But it's still a great card to go into, no doubt. So we have that. For your link twos, of course, the decode, that's normally what you want to end on because of the boards for that targeting effects, negations, and also 1 summon sorcerers, because almost every card in this deck is a dragon. So you can easily special summon off a dragon off summon sorcerer's effect. It's really good, really cool, and it's basically another extender you can go into. Zephyr Mellotron, Pendulum deck, you have to use it. Then to round off your links, Underclock Taker. So pretty much that rounds off the links. Now we're going to go into more of the fusion stuff. Of course, we're having the 2 Odd Eyes Vortex Dragons. You get this off in your Absolute combo when you go into that. So, because Odd Eyes Absolute is really, not Odd Eyes Absolute, but Vortex is really cool because it's basically negate. Like, as long as you have Pendulum monsters in your extra deck, you can just use this to stop anything. And plus, with Dissolver in it as well, you're allowed to, it basically allows you, in case your first Vortex, something happens to it, you're allowed to get your second one. Of course, you have 2 Rebellion, pretty much in what you're basically Pendulum summoning off to go into the Raging combo, and of course you have the Raging Dragon itself. This is pretty much your your OTK pusher. See, when Raging comes out, he blows up everything, he gains attack, and he can just attack for game pretty much. It's insane. It is insane. So pretty much Raging's for your OTK potential, just to swing in for mass amount of damage and get the game over with. Say more rank 7, say Red Eyes Flare Metal, because it's burn damage. You can win in gate time with this, especially in bringing out every time they activate an effect, they have to pay for it. Big Eye, just take their shit. Say Naruto, another really good card because it's just another negation on board once you get them out, and plus you have the Chronograph and the 2 Oath Dragons to really go into them. The Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon, basically to go into your Vortex play. So that rounds it off with the Exceed monsters. And then round off the extra deck, we are rocking 1 Stardust. I mean, you can rock any level 8 Synchro, because we do have Odd Eyes Synchron. And if you do, because we do have Chronograph and we do have Oath Dragon, so we do have a, let's say, level 7 Exceed, well, not Exceed, but Synchro plays open in this. I just threw Stardust Dragon in because the new art came out for it, and I absolutely love this new art for Stardust Dragon. But any level 8, pretty much, you can throw it in, and it'd be really good for that Synchron, and just a throw play you can go into. So that is pretty much it for the updated Odd Eyes deck profile. Now, we did receive Odd Eyes Advanced Dragon in the dual power, and to be honest, I'm not a big fan of it. It eats away your normal summon, which is pretty harmful. I mean, if you're doing a pure, like, I'm talking like a pure Odd Eyes build, it'd probably be cool for it. But honest, if I'm going to rock a non-Pendulum Odd Eyes, I'd rather choose Lancer over Advance any day, because Lancer is just a better Odd Eyes card overall. A better card overall, too, because of its abilities. And it's just better, in my opinion, because Odd Eyes Lancer don't have to, because you can tribute it. Now, say tribute one of your Odd Eyes cards to special summon it. Advance, you have to tribute it to tribute summon it, so it eats your normal summon. So that's why I don't really like Advance too much. So, I mean, it's all about, like, your type of style anyway. But this has been the Odd Eyes deck profile. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like and comment and subscribe. And I hope you guys have an awesome day wherever and whenever you're watching this. And if you want to see more deck profiles and other videos, like this, just let me know. And I hope you guys have an awesome day wherever and whenever you're watching this. Until my next video, bye-bye.